Hey friends, it's Mrs. Walker. For our lesson today, we're going to talk about how we can use tiles to make our own arrays. And we're also going to talk about how many groups and how many rows and how many columns and how many are in each. So our learning goal for today says I can create arrays using square tiles. The materials that you'll need are dry erase board, square tiles, about 20 or so, and grab all those materials and make sure you have those before we get started. All right, friends, so you're going to take 17 tiles. So you're just going to scatter them out, count out 17, and separate them into groups of 5 without putting them in rows or columns. So you're just putting them like a little group of 5 over here, a little group of 5 over there, until you have groups of 5. So pause the video, take your 17 tiles, put them in groups of 5, and then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so how many groups did you make? 3 groups, right? So here's what mine look like. Maybe you grouped yours very similar. Were there any tiles left? Yes, there sure were. There were some. There was 2 that didn't fit in there, right? Why did you not put them in a group? Yeah, because 2 isn't enough to make another group of 5. So if I would have added them to another group, that would have been 6 in a group, but I had to make groups of 5. So let's move those 2 tiles off to the side for now. So just make them go away. You should be left with 3 groups of 5. Arrange your groups into 3 equal rows to make an array. Now, friends, do rows go side to side or do they go up and down? Yeah, they go side to side, right? Like in a movie theater. Okay. So pause the video. Put your 15, now you have 15 tiles, and put them into 3 equal rows to make your array. So pause the video, do that, and then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so here's my array. So I have 3 rows. How many rows do you see? Yeah, there's 3. I kind of gave that one away, didn't I? But yours should have 3 rows as well. How many tiles are in each group? So this time we're going to call a row a group. So how many are in each group? 5 tiles. You got it. So you're going to write a repeated addition sentence that can be used to find the total. So pause the video, write your repeated addition sentence, and then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, pause if you need more time. All right, so I have 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15 because there's 3 rows with 5 in each row. Describe the array using the number of rows and the number of tiles in each row. So you would say like how many rows of how many tiles in each row. It's kind of what you're thinking. So we could describe it as 3 rows of 5 tiles. Let's use the same groups of 5, but make columns. And you're going to rearrange your tiles. So instead of them having rows, the 5s are in rows, you're going to make the 5s in columns. So pause the video, make columns with groups of 5, and then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so all we did kind of basically is turn it sideways, right? So how many columns or groups do you see? 3 columns. How many tiles are in each group? 5 tiles. You got it. So how many 5s are there? 3 5s. Describe the array using number of columns and the number of tiles in each column. So just like we did for the last one, how would you describe this array? 3 columns of 5 tiles. Write the repeated addition equation that can be used to find the total. All right, pause if you need more time. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. All right, so what's the same or the different about the two arrays that we made? So those are the two that we made. What's the same or different? Pause the video and think about that for a minute, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, so one of the things is they have the same total, right? They both had 15. We made one with rows and one with columns, like when we first talked about it, right? So the one on the left here was talking about rows, and the other one we made it talking about columns. They both had the same number of rows and columns, and they both had 3 groups of 5. So let's make some arrays one row at a time. Place 3 tiles in one row. Okay, so pause the video, take just 3 tiles. We're getting all brand new tiles now. So 3 tiles and place them in one row. Then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, so here's my 3 tiles in one row. Now keep adding a row and then another row until you have a total of 12 tiles. So friends, the way that you want to do that is you're counting 3 right now. All of your rows have to have 3 because in an array, they have to be equal. So you're going to start with 3 and you're going to add tiles to each row and stop once you count to 12. So you would start with 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on until you get to 12. So pause the video, add more rows until you get to 12, and then stop. And then click play when you're ready for the next step. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so we're at 12. So we're at 3. We're going to count until we get to 12. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I have a total of 12 tiles. Does your array look like mine? All right, awesome if it does. If not, pause the video, take a second to just make it look like mine, and then click play so we can go on. All right. So how many rows did you make? Remember, rows look like this, side to side. 4 rows, yeah. How many equal groups of 3 did you make? Yep, still 4 equal groups, right? Rows and groups for this problem are the same. Write a repeated addition equation that can be used to find the total. All right, so we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12 because there's 4 rows with 3 in each row. Describe the array using the number of rows and the number of tiles in each row. We could say it as 4 rows of 3 tiles. All right, so let's look at our array a little differently than we just did. How many columns? Remember, columns go up and down. Yeah, there's 3 columns. How many equal groups of 4 did you make? 3 equal groups. Write a repeated addition equation that can be used to find the total. So pause the video, write your repeated addition equation, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. Okay, pause if you need more time. So we'd have 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Describe the array using the number of columns and the number of tiles in each column. 3 columns of 4 tiles. You got it. Awesome job, friends. Did the total number of tiles change? No, they sure didn't. Does an array made of 4 rows of 3 show the same total as an array made of 3 columns of 4? Yes, it sure does. Okay, so it doesn't matter the order of the rows or the tiles as long as they have the same number of each. All right, so friends, we're going to apply what we've just learned in our application problem. So Charlie has 16 blocks in his room. He wants to build equal towers with 5 blocks each. So you're going to have 3 parts you have to answer for this one. A is draw a picture of Charlie's towers. B, how many towers can Charlie make? And C, how many more blocks does Charlie need to make equal towers of 5? Okay, so you're going to pause the video. You're going to take out those 16 blocks. Actually, you're just going to draw them on your dry erase board. Okay, he wants to build equal towers with 5 blocks in each. So remember, a tower goes on top, like stacks one on top of the other. Okay, go ahead and do that with 5 blocks each. Answer those 3 questions, and then click play when you're ready to go over it together. All right, friends, pause if you need more time. All right, so first I'm going to start with drawing my picture. Well, there's 5 blocks in each tower, so there's 5. And I can count by 5s for this. So 5, 10, 15, and then I have one little extra guy over here, right? Because they had 16 blocks. Now B is how many towers can Charlie make? Well, if I look at my picture, he can make 3 towers, and he has 1 left over. Then I'm going to answer question C, which says, how many more blocks does Charlie need to make equal towers of 5? So he's got that 1 tile down there. So I'm going to draw into my picture. I'm going to draw like an X just to represent what I need. So to be equal, he's got to fill those in. And I can count those and know that that's 4 more. So Charlie needs 4 more blocks to make equal towers of 5. Hey, did you guys get that too? Okay, awesome. All right, friends, great job with this problem, applying what we just learned in today's lesson. So you guys nailed it with creating arrays using square tiles. Okay, so please head back on over to the module to see what you need to complete for your independent practice. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, friends!